This program is made available for informational purposes to employees of the Metropolitan Government of Nashville and Davidson County who are presently eligible for retirement. Informational meetings have or are presently being held for any eligible employees who wish to attend and have additional questions for benefit representatives. The purpose of the Retirement Incentive Program is to allow departments to restructure their business operations and better serve their constituents in years to come. The Metro Council must approve the Retirement Incentive Program. If Council were to modify the program through its approval process, you may change your intent to retire under this program. For eligible employees, the proposed plan is an incentive payment. It is a one-time payment of $700 for each year of credited service. For those having any additional months of service, that amount will be prorated. Unused sick leave does not count towards calculation of incentive payment. However, unused sick leave does count towards Division B pensions. Credited service is based on a calculation of hours paid per month and is not based on your continuous service date. The retirement incentive payment will not change your pension benefit amount. Your pension calculation uses the same formula regardless of this incentive program, and the incentive payment does not change or boost your pension benefit in any way. There are several factors for your consideration when selecting this incentive. The incentive payment will be mailed to your home within 30 days of your pension effective date. It is not direct deposited. Taxes will be automatically withheld from the payment, which could be up to 7.65% in Social Security and Medicare taxes. Between 25 to 28% would be withheld for federal income taxes. IRS rules prevent the incentive payment from being rolled into your 457 Metro Max account, but you may be able to defer your current paychecks. For more information, you are encouraged to contact ING at 627-1500. For any employee interested in the retirement incentive, there are requirements which must be met. First, you must be eligible for an early or normal service pension, and you may not vest or defer your pension to a later date. Second, you must have held a full-time position for a one-year period before your retirement application. And third, you must have held a full-time position on or after November 9, 2012. Employees on FMLA, IOD, sick, or vacation leave who have not yet signed a service pension application request have retained their full-time positions. To be eligible, an employee must have been on the active payroll on or after November 26, 2012. Your last day of work must be on or before February 28, 2013. Your pension application request and retirement incentive agreement must be signed between November 26 of this year and by 4:30 p.m. on January 18, 2013. In summary, the employee who is considering this retirement incentive must have held a full-time position on November 9th, be on active payroll either working or running out leave on November 26th, and must make a service pension application request and sign the incentive agreement by 4:30 p.m. on Friday, January 18th, and must stop working by February 28, 2013. Employees are not eligible for the retirement incentive if they made a service pension application request on or before November 8, 2012, and their last physical day at work was on or before November 8, 2012. And additionally, they are exhausting any final vacation leave with the intent of using the remainder before signing their final pension application paperwork, even if their last day on payroll was on or after November 26, 2012. Or if the employee is off active payroll on or before November 25th, the day before the retirement incentive window opened. To be eligible for a pension in General Government, Division B, an employee with 10 years of credited service can take early service at age 50. However, there is a 4% reduction for each of the first 5 years and an 8% reduction each year afterwards. For normal service pensions, the employee must be 60 years of age plus have credited service equal to 85 or be 65 with 5 years of service. In government, it is referred to as the Rule of 85. Simply put, is age plus years of service equals 85. For general government employees in Division A, there is a different criteria. The normal service is reached at age 65. However, an employee may take an early service pension at age 55 with 20 years of credited service. For police and fire employees in Division B who are considering early retirement, they would need to be age 45 and have 10 years of credited service. As with general government employees retiring early, there is a 4% reduction for each of the first 5 years and an 8% reduction for each year afterwards. For a normal service pension, police and fire pensions are based on the rule of 75. The normal retirement age is 53, with enough credited service years to equal 75. For police and fire who are in Division A, you may retire with a normal service pension at age 55 with 20 years of credited service, although you can take early retirement at age 50 with 20 years of credited service. For the easiest methods to estimate your pension benefits, refer to the most recent annual pension benefits statement you received or use Human Resources Online Estimator, which is available on nashville.gov. Your HR representative can direct you to that resource. Part of the incentive process is signing the incentive agreement along with your service pension application request. The incentive agreement must be signed no later than 4:30 p.m. January 18th. As stated before, notices for application will not be accepted by phone or voicemail. Your signature on the agreement is your acknowledgement that you cannot come back to work for Metro for 1 year from the effective pension date. Exceptions include any employees who were hired to lead, teach, substitute, or coach students. So what happens if an employee decides to come back to work for Metro? That answer is, the retirement incentive must be repaid in full immediately or deducted from your salary at the maximum amount permitted by law if you return to work for Metro on a full-time basis at any point or if you return to work part-time within 1 year of your pension effective date. Full-time is defined as working 20 or more hours per week. After 1 year from the effective date of pension, employees retiring under the incentive program may return part-time, working less than 20 hours per week and earn no more per hour than their hourly rate at the time of pension. Once you are sure that you are ready for retirement, there is no time like the present. Contact Human Resources immediately at 862-6700. You will need the required documentation, a copy of your birth certificate, Social Security card, and if married or divorced, a copy of your marriage certificate, divorce decree, or spouse's death certificate. For those who wish to leave a pension benefit to a spouse or other beneficiary, you may be required to provide a copy of their birth certificate and Social Security card. Once you have contacted Human Resources to retire, our office will call to schedule you for a group retirement meeting so you can complete your service pension application request and sign the retirement incentive agreement. Don't forget to bring all required documentation to this meeting. Be sure you contact your HR representative regarding your last active paycheck. This one will either be mailed to you or your department may request that you pick it up. There is no direct deposit for your final paycheck. Human Resources will calculate your pension after you have received your last active check. You will be scheduled for a second group meeting. That's when you would choose your pension payment options and sign the final paperwork. Within 30 days of the effective pension date, your incentive payment will be mailed to your home. Let's go over the important information we have covered for any clarification you may need. The retirement incentive is a one-time payment which is separate from your pension and based on credited service. To be eligible for the retirement incentive, you must have been in a full-time position on November 9th, on an active payroll on or after November 26th, sign the service pension application request and incentive agreement by 4:30 p.m. on January 18th, and stop working by February 28, 2013. Employees contemplating this retirement option should visit the retirement incentive link found on Human Resources webpage for questions and answers, retirement guides, documentation requirements, connection of service information, and the online pension estimator. If you can't find the answer to your question, contact Benefits Services at 862-6700.